And we are live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, YouTube _boxing 6007. Counterpunch to you. We're just going to let the chat load for a second to see who comes about, who comes on. YouTube, send out your little birdies to let everybody know that I am live. Live and in living color. Absolutely. This is Boxing Night Talks, Counterpunch Boxing News, of course. And I want to talk to you guys about some boxing. So, talk of the town, Adrien, the problem, Broner. Adrien Broner shouts out to Pro B's, Pep Talk UK. Sent me a little link, and I want to play it for a second. And I want you guys to check this out. Let you guys get a little listen in to Adrien the problem, Broner. You like to hit go.
How you doing, Adrien? This question is for you. What did you learn about yourself having to overcome obstacles that happen in your life?
I learned that I could stop having sex, man. That's one of my biggest problems. You know, I like to party. You know, I like fucking. So I had to cut it all out: the partying, the drinking, and just get serious with my career and become that elite fighter and take back over the sport.
How you doing, Adrien? This question is for you. What did you learn about yourself having to overcome obstacles that happen in your life?
I learned that I could stop having sex, man. That's one of my biggest problems. You know, I like to party. You know, I like fucking. So I had to cut it all out: the partying, the drinking, and just get serious with my career and become that elite fighter and take back over the sport.
How you doing?
Those are the words of Adrien the problem, Broner. Nicholas Argaios, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. WDE. Yeah, we're coming on slowly but surely. Don't worry. Martha Stubbs, Counterpunch to you. Nicholas, man, I'm still in Freezerville, bro. I'm in a freezer right now. Texas is in a big ice box, and everyone's either trying to thaw out, trying to get electricity, trying to stay warm, but we're all cold. It's Hades. So, yeah, that's where we're at. It's been on a standstill. I've made some progress, of course, counterpunching, reaching out to people here and there. Got some awesome interviews coming, so stay tuned for that, guys. You're normally jumping when you're live, when you live. Okay. Where everybody at? I don't know, man. In fact, a lot of people are without power. So you have to remember, a lot of people probably don't even have power. And in fact, Red 7, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. In fact, the problem is that people don't have power, but what they're doing. Martha, do you have power? I hope you do. They're rotating power. So for people that have power, they're trying to take the power away from the people that have power instead of fix the power of the people that don't. That's kind of weird. Very, very strange, right? You nearly have 50 subs. The view count seems odd. YouTube boxing, it's crazy, man. I think that my channel got attacked about 4 or 5 months ago, and what happens? Like when your channel gets shut down and then they restore your channel, everyone that was subscribed, if you do a live or if you do certain videos, you won't get notifications. So I guess that's kind of like I don't know. It's something that shouldn't be, but it is with YouTube. So that's more than likely the reason. So if you don't get notifications for my live streams, you might need to unsub and then sub again. So yeah, it is crazy. The ratio does not make any damn sense. Because by definition, it should be over 1,000 people on here easily. You know what I'm saying? Because if, 50,000 people subscribe, damn near, and then you have 19 people on, yeah, that's not a good, and then again, people say they don't get it. But, I guess, again, thank old YouTube for that. Yeah, Kurt, any news on when Mark Breeland is coming to the channel? I talked to his son today, and then he was going out of town for something, but I may hook up with him this weekend. So hopefully by Saturday or Sunday we can get it on. But I'm going live because I want to see Otto Vilene, and I want to see the return of AB. AB about billions, about bullshit. I like fucking. Slotello presents. Eddie said 4 or 5 months. What? AJ versus Fury not till July. May. June, July, damn. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I don't get any notifications at all when you stream. Yeah, Vic, I think you need to unsubscribe and then subscribe again and hit that bell icon. Jesus is coming back. What's up, Kurt? Is Comatose Boxing just changed my name? Counterpunch to you, brother. Good name to be changed too. Teofimo Lopez ducking Devin Haney. Team Devin Haney in the building. Counterpunch to you, H Money, Mr. Supreme. It's been a while. No, you were pissed at me for a while. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I saw you, H Money. Yeah, I used to be AKA The Zone. Yeah. I saw you. Talking shit about me. Guess you ain't mad at me no more. Nicholas, can you ask Mr. Mark Breeland on his first impression of Fury when they first fought on Wilder? That's a good one. That's one definitely I'm going to jot down. I got a handy dandy book here. Kurt, why can't I see you on video? Because I'm not on video right now. I'm going to put it on video soon. I like to say the non-video for the chat. Hold on a second. Let me give me a pen. I do it old school in this piece. All right. All right. So I have some very good questions to ask Mr. Breeland. This is the wish list of questions that we have. Let's see. Okay. All right, Nicholas, got you in there. You're on the wish list, brother. Absolutely. Let's see. I think Wilder has some fights left in him still. Wilder versus Ruiz would be a money fight. YouTube Boxing 6007. I think so too. In fact, I'm gonna go as far as say, I think Wilder, if you dismiss all the injuries, He has a lot. I mean, how much punishment is Deontay Wilder really tooken? I mean, I know he took a beating last fight he was in, but what else besides that? He got onslaughted by Luis Ortiz in the first fight, right? But what else? He's an easy swallow, so you can't really look. Well, he was swollen, his eye was swollen in the Dunapas fight. It was, but Wilder swells easy. But so that doesn't really suffice of him getting beat up. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fight left in Deontay Wilder just yet. He ain't fought nobody, so I think he's just he's pretty fresh. I feel. Hey Kurt, I always say I like you keeping it down the middle. If it came out as true that Fury and Breeland did something wrong, then give them hell. But before then, keeping it down the middle. Mr. Blade Films, if there was any evidence of there's no need of hiding it. You know what I mean? You got to be straight and narrow. You got to be fair about this shit. You don't have to be a part of a certain group to have a certain mindset. All we need is proof. That's what we need, and that's what some certain channels lack. That's why I know favoritism and agendas are on the table. So if there was something that came out that Mark Breeland did spike the water instead of just reaching and speculating, hey, you got to call a spade a spade. If there's evidence of the man cheating, okay, let's see it. If there's evidence of Tyson Fury cheating, okay, let's see it. You can't say, oh, he was caught red-handed. They don't know what red-handed means, apparently. Margarito Antonio was caught red-handed. Louis Resto, Collins, Panama Lewis was caught red-handed. Okay, those guys were caught red-handed. Not Tyson Fury with how a glove looked in a certain frame of a fucking photography shot. Okay, that's all they have to go on. And some floppy gloves in the first fight. Oh my God, why do you guys catch that the first time? What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Slotello presents. Eddie said AJ versus Fury would be in May. Then in June. Now he's saying 4 or 5 months, which is July. Yeah, it makes you go, Kurt, why can't I see you on the video? H Money, Mr. Supreme. What happened, bro? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know what happened. Because, I mean, you were H Money, a.k.a. The Zone, right? Yeah, it was you. I think it was you. Same picture. Same cat. Looked like a cousin of mine. Looked like a cousin I know named Julio. So when I seen that thumbnail, that's what I used to always think. Smells like OTR. I think AJ opens Fury's cut. Well, he could. As long as AJ opens up anyway, period. Teofimo will give a chance in 2026. Give him a chance in 2020. It will build a huge following like Floyd Pacquiao. Who will he give a chance? I have a feeling that Fury will come in at the heaviest of his career for AJ, maybe 280 pounds. He may. But then again, who knows? Because I just had to counterpunch a particular video upon request. It's coming out tomorrow. See, I do work. I do a span of videos, but I don't release them until later on. Hearn's still negotiating with Bobby. With Bob? Come on, 4 or 5 months means June or July. Clearly, they thought the contract be done by now. It's still not done, so it might take a little later. Keep the hope high. Well, let's hope so. See what I want to know, though. I think people need to be a lot more clearer than, I think Tyson Fury should set the record straight on shit. Look, the fight's going to happen. We're just working on some shit. Does Yildirim have a chance of a huge upset victory over Canelo? No, he does not. They're friends, for Christ's sake. You see him hugged up and fucking in the gym. No, that's not gonna happen. He's just paying. Yildirim is mandatory, but he's gonna get a little payday. Good for him. He's gonna pay. He's gonna buy his house off. Pay his house off. That's what he's gonna do. I don't think Fury has the same fire coming off a win. I don't know. American Patriot 1776. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Get an AJ interview before the AJ Fury fight. Oh, that's going to be a tough one because that requires me to go to the UK. I don't have time to go to the UK. And in fact, they got a weird strain of alleged new strain of coronavirus that's 1,000 times contagious, and they don't want it spreading over here. So I think I would have to have a test before I go, which is no problem. But then I would have to have a test coming back into the States, which is really no problem. But getting there before it, because by the time I get there, gentleman's game, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yeah, we have that Kent strain. I totally disagree completely. AJ versus Fury will be boring because both will box, but neither will exchange big blows. But we will all watch. Tony, I hope not, but hey, it's no telling, man. That type of money on the line, you might have two guys sit at bay and jab each other to death. I mean, just look at it. I don't want to sound pessimistic or nothing, but how many big ass fights, like huge fights, did you see that were total flops? Think about it. We had the only big fights we had was like that were good were like the Canelo Golovkins. That's why everybody wanted to see that again. Big Daddy Cox. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like we seen a good fight between two top middleweights. That's really right before the heavyweight division was kind of becoming unleashed, because Joshua was starting to come in and gaining power and shit like that. But for the gist of it, that's when Canelo was like the only dude that was pretty much carrying boxing on his back as a superstar entity, right? And those were really good. But besides that, what else did we have? We had Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. Fucking fight stunk, right? Absolutely. I was just thinking about that today, Andre. I was thinking about that today. Like, I'm going to have some more tomorrow, definitely. Jay Rodriguez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Anthony Fisher, Mr. Blades, I'm in Bromley, Kent, and I've had COVID. Okay. Have you ever had your ass kicked in sparring before? Hell yeah. Like not completely, but I got fucked up, Mr. Blades. I've caught some friendly ones here and there. And that's look, that's boxing and MMA. Yeah, we had Klitschko. Yep. Kurt, I respect Kurt for saying that Big Daddy Cox name. Big Daddy Cox. I didn't even really think about that, honestly, because of the way it's spelled. Moore's house. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Everything is good. Yeah, you learned from it. I learned what a counter was for a fucking roundhouse kick. Never to do that. Never try that Van Damme shit in sparring. This isn't filming a movie. This isn't fight choreography. It's real life, martial arts, full contact. And I threw that thing like Van Damme, bad, threw a right roundhouse kick. Motherfucker turned around, spin hook kick. Damn, it took my head off. I got dropped with a body shot. Body shots do hurt. Ruiz versus Areola is some really boring shit. Gentleman's game. The only thing we can hope for is the shit is over quickly. Let's hope like Ruiz does, like just stops Areola, makes him quit, makes him fucking retire. You should be in Expendables 4. Not big enough, you know. Maybe stunts or something, but not as like, you know. But I mean, you'll be surprised what, you know, people get famous for, you know. You got Terry Crews, you know what I mean? He got famous for playing fucking Damien on Friday After Next in Old Spice commercials. You know what I mean? When I started boxing, I was 15, and this 12-year-old asked me to spar with him. I was like, sure. The boy fucked me up so bad I couldn't believe it. He ended up going to the Youth Olympics. Vic, it happens. It happens. It happens. Kurt, you should, let's see. Just making eggs and bacon, guys. Woo, looking good. Adam Cram, at least you do have bacon. We can't even buy that shit from the store. I'm not saying that, you know, Wilder doesn't love black people and all, but I think Fury got to him. And I don't think, you know, AJ, I don't think those mind games work, gentlemen game. I don't think they work. Bless Kurt, I made a video on my page and mentioned you in it. The title is Unity in the Podcast Community. I'm going to post it. Cool, post it, bro. I want to see it. That sucks. Is your power off? No, it doesn't. No, it's not out. Thank God it's not out, man. Kurt, how's your house doing? My house is good. Yeah, my house is fine, and my house is fine. Kurt, what is your favorite food when you come to the UK? I have no idea. Is there specific UK food that I need to look out for? Because, I mean, I've never been to the UK. We missed half of that, I think. Kurt, if you have carrots or squash in your house and liquid smoke, you can make your own bacon. You can add eggplant bacon as well. Wow, that's crazy. Kurt, did you see AJ said he's going to bring up Fury's pedophile and other stuff in the press conference to get to his head? I did not hear that, Mr. Blade. Do you have Instagram? Because I would love to see that article and read on it so I can counterpunch it. If you will, my good sir. Gentleman's game, fish and chips. Okay, yeah, I heard about that. I've pretty much had fish and chips, but no. Mr. Blade Films, UK film. Mr. Blade Films. Yeah, I'm an Austin American Patriot. Yeah, did you hear what I said? Matter of fact, let's do this. Kurt, what's your official prediction for Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin rematch? Dillian has to get him out of here this time. He has to do what he's supposed to did the first fight. But if he's supposed to done it, I guess he would have done it. Things happen for a reason. Don't overlook a person. Don't rush through a fight. Don't take a fighter too lightly. You know? Because, I mean, he was beating the shit out of Povetkin. He was winning the fight. He dropped him twice just by doing what he was doing. But it's what he didn't do. He didn't defend himself. Yeah. Send it up to me on Twitter, Mr. Blaze. That's fine. You know, you got my Twitter, right? The English are not known for their culinary skills. Damn. Kurt, if someone been crying, Fury been cheating, there gotta be some truth to it. Kurt, if someone been crying. UK people love their deep fryers. Kurt, I can appreciate all you do for the boxing community. Skrilla 50, man, I appreciate it, man. You just write YouTube, tell them why I don't get any fucking notifications. You got almost 50,000 people subscribe to me, and I only get, you know what I mean? You can't get all these notifications. It's just you're probably scrolling through YouTube and like, hey, he's live. What the fuck? Let's join in. And for that reason, a lot of us are here. Kurt, Wylene beating Breazeale, Santiago beating Broner, and Valdez beating Belchet. I have more chances in winning the lottery? Yeah, I know. Because there's no guarantee that Otto Wylene will beat Dominic Breazeale. I honestly believe Deontay Wilder brutally KOs Dillian Whyte. That could happen. Wilder can KO a lot of people if he touches you. But then here's the thing with Wilder. If he didn't have the ego, and he didn't have the protection from the WBC, he would be a hell of a guy. I think he would have fought a lot of these guys. Now, would he have beaten them all? We don't know. But I can tell you this, because he didn't fight certain people, that's why he got that ass beat. I don't think bringing up anything to do with Fury will bother him. Whyte was overcautious and respectful. That's why he lost. The first fight, he was too tight and he wasn't himself. Well, I think he did give Shakur versus Lomachenko. How do you see that fight going? I don't even have an opinion, Brandon, because those are two solid guys, one fresh, one not so fresh, both brilliant fighters, youth, speed, momentum versus experience, speed, skill. Don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, Mr. Blade, he is a bit sloppy, ain't he? Sometimes Wilder, he fights as though he doesn't. I mean, Whyte, he fights as though he doesn't have his legs up under him a lot of times. It's kind of, you know what I mean? Like they're not stable like they should be. Because you could look at like when he fought Joshua. I mean, his legs were all over the fucking place. It was like, I don't know. Something tells me that Whyte is probably overweight. People always talk about Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, but a lot of people don't never mention Dillian Whyte. I think Dillian Whyte is fucking overweight. I think he's a big dude, but I don't think his upper body matches his bottom part. His bottom part should be a lot smaller. I think that would supplement his foundation, his legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I like Dillian Whyte. I just look at him and I'm like, I think you're overly big for no reason. You know what I mean? Because you look at him, he's a big dude and all, but like his weight, I think Dillian Whyte should be about 230. I don't think he should be nowhere near 40. 240. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, Brandon. That's a very good question about Joshua and Whyte too. See, win, lose, or draw, that's still a good fight that could be made. And let's say the O2. The O2 arena, that would be a great fight. Man, I don't have a prediction on Paul versus Askren. I don't. Whyte been like all his career, even amateurs, always big up, too small at the bottom. Well, yeah, that's probably his problem. He can knock people out, but I don't think he needs that upper body weight to generate power. That's like, I don't think AJ needs to be like soaringly fucking huge to be powerful. You know, I think that's a mental thing. I think they need to feel that they're bigger so they feel that they're stronger. It's almost the same concept of someone taking PEDs. Oh, let me shoot this whatever CC in my ass so I can get stronger or make me feel like I have an edge. See, I think PEDs are like probably so many percentages mental instead of anything else to you know, for what it really does, you know, for you. You know, I think it's the placebo effect. You start giving a motherfucker something that don't even have anything in it, he'll think it does. You know what I mean? Buddy Gunner, what's up, Kurt? And all, for sure, he admits it. He's far most of the time. I don't know what that means, far most. You mean fat most of the time? White's been like that. Okay. Maybe not having Mark Tibbs was the reason Whyte lost to Povetkin. Well, I can tell you this. I talked to his brother on a regular basis, Dean, right? And Dean did say that Povetkin was going to the body and he saw it from where he was at. Maybe if somebody, you know, maybe, look, circumstances are a mother sucker. Okay, Corona messed everybody up, but then you can't just blame it on that. But there are factors that, you know, you can look at and, you know, and just take knowledge of, right? He didn't have Mark Tibbs, so he decided to go with two other guys, Xavier Miller, and didn't he have Mr. Coldwell there, Dave Coldwell? And I seen you had Dave Coldwell and you had Xavier Miller. Like, he was looking up, like he was all over the place. I don't know what they were telling Dillian Whyte. Whatever they were telling him, I don't think it was necessarily bad, but I think it was what they didn't tell him. So back to what Dean was talking about. Dean was like, yo, he's going to the body a lot, like he's trying to set some shit up. And he was. And he did. He sure did, sir. You know, and before I go, you know, before I shut down, I got to do another video on Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. More info. Video coming soon. Great. Let's see. Kurt, let me set up an interview with you and Bill Haney. Yeah, why not? I like Bill Haney. I met Bill in Shreveport because his Devin, that's the night he became a fucking contender. I don't know if you were there, H Money, but you know, I was there. Okay. So I was there with Floyd Mayweather Sr., Devin Haney. His family, you know, his dad was being his dad. You know, yeah, it was a good night of boxing though, where he fought the African undefeated fighter. I can't remember his name, so I'm not gonna even try. Right. So yeah, I would like to. That would be cool. Whyte should never coming to the weight weighing more than 235. Troy, you're right. He should, like, 235 should be that spot that he shouldn't know that's that area. Like, yo, you're getting 235, you're getting too fat. So don't do it. Don't do it at all. You know, cut weight, brother. Fat most of the time loves his Caribbean and Indian food. Yeah, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Kalian Simon. I always want to see Kalian like it's a fucking I behind the L. Kalen Simon. AJ versus Gypsy King better be at Wembley in spring. It won't be in Wembley, bro. It's going to be United Arab Emirates, right? The AUE, as they call it, right? Or Saudi Arabia. Too much money over there. They know where the money is. They're going to go where, come on, it's a pandemic. They're going to get that fucking money. Breazeale is durable. If you don't have power, you're not getting him out. That's right. And look, here's the problem with Breazeale. Breazeale is like Juggernaut. You know, a fight I would love to see, Gentlemen's Game. This is my dream fight. Because, you know, I'm all about like mid-level fighters. You know, most of my favorite fighters were mid-level. Mickey Ward or Arturo Gatti. They couldn't beat the best. Like Mickey Ward couldn't beat Zab Judah when Zab Judah was the shit, or Arturo Gatti couldn't beat Oscar De La Hoya, somebody like that. But they are your favorite fighters. They're my favorite fighters, rather. You know, they give you a good show. You're entertained. What more do you want? Punching power, speed, passion, you know, blood, guts, sweat. You bet. Bars. So, but anyway, I would love to see Dominic Breazeale versus the fucking Juggernaut. And then, in fact, they remind me of each other. If you had two big guys fighting like that, that would be one hell of a fight. Because, see, Dominic Breazeale has a beard. Understand something. Deontay Wilder can punch. Anthony Joshua can punch. He got took down by two punchers. Okay? It's not like he got just beat by a guy that, no. Not saying he's just like fucking Andy Ruiz. Probably Andy Ruiz and Canelo. They probably got the best chins in the business, but still, you got to understand, who do they get hit by? And Dominic Breazeale has been hit by the hardest punchers and the top fighters in the division. If Otto Vailene can't knock him out and can't hurt him, he's in fucking trouble. Because what's going to happen, Dominic Breazeale is like a slow locomotive. He's like Joe Joyce. He's slow, but let him get the swinging. And if he hits you at the end of those big punches, those slow-ass punches, he's going to knock you into next year. And that's some facts. Ask Ngannou about that. So, yeah, Gentlemen's Game, you're right. He is durable. If Otto Vailene comes in, he's what, like 6'5", throwing a little punch. Fucking Dominic Breazeale's going to do him in. The Jarrell Miller complex with the ped use. I think AJ being close to 250 is worse. It's good he's down to 240 or below. You're right, YouTube_boxing. You're absolutely right. And there's the other thing about Joshua. Joshua ain't meant to be that big. You know, this motherfucker bounced around, boxed Andy Ruiz for 12 rounds. He could have done that the first fight. Or could he? See, what we learned in the first fight, this motherfucker was tired after 3 rounds. He knocked down Andy Ruiz. He tried to finish him off. He missed damn near all of those punches, but didn't. Guess what? Boop! He gets caught with a left hook. Then all of a sudden, yeah, not only is he hurt, but he's gassed. Dude's exhausted. Having them big-ass muscles. Your heart can't take a body frame that the heart doesn't supposed to take, especially under certain circumstances. When you're getting your ass beat, that's what happens. Fury was 22 years old when he beat Chisora. Cool. Okay. Good to know. Joyce jabs Breazeale into oblivion. Well, he's going to have to do something to keep Breazeale off of him. Because understand, Breazeale is like 6'9". He's like an inch under dump. He's probably the second tallest heavyweight we got. Under Fury. Efe Ajagba needs a big fight to run heads. No more cab drivers or he's finished. Well, it's not that he's finished. He will be finished when he gets in there with somebody that knows what they're doing. Like, let's say, Ajagba's with ESPN. You know what I'm looking at? This is my prediction. Ajagba's heading right for Oscar Rivas. Rivas Ajagba is going to be a fight. Watch what I tell you. Watch and learn. Efe Ajagba will fight Rivas real soon. I think we all knew Ruiz was going to lose. Ruiz wasn't training that hard, and AJ was training harder and smarter than ever before. Jesus is coming back. No, not a lot of people didn't know that. I picked Anthony Joshua to win because I seen the mistake that he made and he won't make it in the second fight. But we didn't know how much or how little Ruiz was training. I could tell you this, Ruiz wasn't with Manny Robles like he's supposed to been. So, of course, I counterpunched that shit immediately. Like, yo, where's Andy Ruiz? And see, Manny was trying to, play damage control for him. He's just not here. He's doing what he's doing, and he's doing what he's doing at home. He's on his treadmill. But I'll see him soon. We went to see the president in Mexico. We went to see the president, but I haven't seen him since. Karma Serene, counterpunch to you. In the building, Effie versus Coffee. That would be a good one too, Troy. I would like to see that. I'll buy that for $1. Arbitration is a private process where disputing parties agree that one or several individuals can make a decision about the dispute after receiving evidence and hearing arguments. Mark Hurd, they need to come out with it. Like, look, what's going on right now? Like, just what's going on right now? What are you and Fury doing? Are you looking for new opponents? Or are you still stuck on fucking Fury like flies on shit? What are you doing? That's what you need to, because if you notice, it's becoming like redundant now. You understand? It's becoming redundant to the point where it's like, yo, what are you really doing? You had a draw with Fury. You ducked Joshua. You avoided a bunch of shitload of money, and nobody really can understand that. So your $50 million claim don't mean shit when someone's offering you twice as much. You skip that because this is the problem. Before he skipped that, Tyson Fury, that's why I know he ducked Joshua. Tyson Fury pretty much stood him up because he had that contract to sign for 50-50, whatever that second fight would have produced in 2019. Okay, this is back when everybody was fucking undefeated, okay? This is back when Wilder was a WBC champ, of course. This is back when Tyson Fury shared that draw with Deontay Wilder, and they were going to make another fight. The draft was sent over. The contract was sent over. Team Fury had the contract, but they sat on it. You guys remember that? They sat on the fucking thing, and everybody wondered why. Why are y'all sitting on this contract? Then all of a sudden, boom! Tyson Fury signs a $103 million, 80 million pound contract with ESPN. Then he counter offers the certain deal for Wilder, but Wilder had to fight on ESPN for 3 fights, right? No, 4 fights. You guys remember that shit? Tell me you guys remember that. Tell me you guys remember that. Yeah, he lost his pen. Well, he did. He said, my shit in the ocean. I lost my pen. So look, and it all blew up in his face because the guy he thought he was waiting around for, Tyson Fury, had double crossed him. He thought he had a dancing partner. And it's really a sad story of a relationship that ended. Damn Tyson Fury, you betraying bastard. You betrayed Deontay Wilder because Deontay Wilder wanted to play a deceitful, what's that word? It was, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, I can't. It reached my mind. I forgot it. But he wanted to teach Anthony Joshua a lesson. That's what he wanted to do. The Joe Show. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. And it was sad because he needed Tyson Fury as his dancing partner because he was going to freeze him out, Dillian Whyte out, and anybody else out that had anything to do with anything else. That's what he wanted. And that's why he said, oh, my pen lost shit. I threw my pen away. Remember that? Then Wilder double-crossed him. Then Wilder felt betrayed because so it was almost like somebody dumping him. And it's like, no, motherfucker. You can't dump me. I want to get back with you to dump you. Right? So that's what it is. Porter turns down $2 million. That's his problem. Porter is nothing special and will get outboxed by Crawford. Style makes fights. Gentleman's game. I heard about that. You know, it seems that I got to counterpunch that motherfucker. See, I like Sean Porter. But like I told you guys about the PBC lineup, those guys over there at the PBC, they get paid a shitload of money to fight nobody. And the irony of Sean Porter is Sean don't really necessarily run from people, but he's still getting paid a load of money to fight whoever. You know, like what's the German guy's name he fought? You know, he got overpaid for that fight. I forget his name. Mark, funny how you guys didn't notice he cheated in the fight one until all the way after the fight too. Mr. Blade, that's some funny shit. That's a dumb, like that's the look. Either that makes you it's past naive. Let's discuss Wilder's titanium pins and screws in his hand. Carl, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because that's no different from a TUE. Okay, that's something that a doctor, I mean, people know it. If you don't want to fight him with the pins in his hand, don't fucking fight him. Like, because I don't even entertain that. That's like, oh, he has that. Yeah, Formella. Thank you, gentleman's game. But no, Wilder, he broke his hand. He needed his hand repaired. That was the way to repair it. People use pins. Shit, I got a pin in my leg when I broke my leg. If I kick somebody in the head, dude, he has a pin in his leg. No, you know, it's the style of the punch or the kick in this case, right? It happens. Vindictive. That's the word I was looking for. Vindictive. So that's what it is. Vindictive is the word that that's what Wilder wanted to do to Joshua because he felt he was worth more money. And then look, Tyson Fury scored that huge contract and like wanted to pay him like $3 million a piece or $4 million a piece for like 3 or 4 fights. And that would have added up to that one fight he would have had with Joshua. Because if you look at it, 3, 3, 3, that's 9, right? And then he would have made 3 with so that's 12. He would have had 3 fighting Fury on ESPN though. Because remember, Wilder was a free agent. He didn't have to sign back with Showtime. Why do you think DAZN wanted to snag him? DAZN wanted to snag him because they wanted to see an undisputed showdown between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So that's what happened. So yeah, karma. Wilder had so much contempt for AJ and Hearn that he ended up screwing himself in the end. Did he diss Fury and the Irish mob was better? See, here's the thing. Karma. The word I was looking for was vindictive. See, Deontay Wilder was vindictive. He was playing this vindictive game with Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. And that's what he was doing. That's why he was doing that. To the point where he thought that he was worth more money. He thought he was worth more than 12.5 or 15 or whatever. He wanted a split, an equal split, and you got one belt. If you look at the sanctioning body to sanctioning bodies on the belts, you would get 25%. But they knew he was not worth that. And you know how I'm going to prove Wilder wasn't worth that? What happened when Tyson Fury signed to ESPN? He got that lucrative deal. What happened? He counter-offered, like you guys know, to bring Deontay Wilder on to ESPN, but they had to build his profile, though, because he still haven't fought anybody except a 40-year-old Ortiz, right, and had hell with him. So what they did then was they counter offered and said, you know what? You're going to fight 4 fights or 3 or 4 fights at like $3 million a piece or $4 million a piece, including the Fury rematch. But he was going to fight those other fights. And I think they were going to give him $3 to $4 million per fight to fight these other guys, to build his profile on ESPN, get him familiar with the ESPN, right? And so then he could then fight Tyson Fury as he was known for knocking out whoever on that particular platform. It didn't work that way. But guess what? If you add all those 4 fights up, that's $4 million a piece. That's $16 million. That's $1 million more than one fucking fight with Anthony Joshua. Counterpunch. So tell me, how could he feel he was worth more than that? And if AJ offered you, how would you feel you're more than what AJ or Matchroom offered you or DAZN offered you? Well, in that case, it was Matchroom. It wasn't DAZN yet. When Tyson Fury turns around, gets a huge contract and tells you, hey, build your profile, kid. That's what he told Deontay Wilder. You guys remember that? He said, hey, build your profile. You know, because I'm making this money. I'm making $15 million a fight. And he actually did. And look at the numbers. Look at the gate. They gave a lot of those fucking fight tickets away, right? The ratings were terrible. And, you know, of course, Wilder, he countered with, hey, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. ESPN signed you out because of me. No, that doesn't make sense. Because if they signed because of you, I think they would have wanted to sign you. You see what I'm saying? Not because of you. No. Can you get an interview with Harold Sconiers? He is a motivational speaker. If I can get a hold of him, I will. Wilder would spark AJ out in 2 rounds. Carl Green, Wilder would spark anybody out in 1 round if he caught you with that right hand. Counterpunch. Don't take 2 rounds to do that. You mean it takes 2 rounds to land 1 right? Because with one of them, you could say good night. But then what are the odds of him doing that? I mean, he has to fight him first. So yesterday was big news because he finally mentioned AJ's name again. But go figure, it's after, okay, we don't know who you're going to fucking fight. You know what I mean? Hugo Heredia. What's up, brother? How did Deontay think he was worth more when Dillian Whyte offered him money to get in the ring? Big Daddy Cox. That's not the point. I think what it is, he didn't like Matchroom. He thought he was worth. He was really disgusted with Matchroom. Wilder was disgusted with Matchroom. He didn't want to do, he acted like a fucking girl, basically. That's what he acted like. He acted like a fucking girl. You know what I mean? AJ is trash. Well, shit. He's lost once. He has 3 of the 4 belts, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, unified. And we got Wilder. He's been beat before. And he has no belt at all. So ain't he trash too? You know what I mean? Shit. Look how he got beat versus how Joshua got beat. Same round. They stopped it in the same round. And he had his hands tied behind his back. CJ Mars. Happy I caught the live tonight. Counterpunch to you, brother. Welcome. Mark Hurd. All UK boxers are either the injection, cheat, or hype jobs. Damn. That's a shitty thing to say. Mark. Cully's view. AJ, best boxer in the heavyweight division apart from Fury, so he ain't trash. Looks like we got some, we got some trolls. He'll say something shitty, then he'll say something else shitty, and then he'll say something else shitty. But then when people come in just trolling because then they only say certain shit. They don't back up anything. They don't really want to discuss anything. They just want to say, AJ's trash. Fuck you. They say some shit pretty much what you would spray paint on a wall or some graffiti, Fuck math. What? Fuck school. Sally's a bitch. That type of stuff. Yeah, no substance, Cully's view. Absolutely. Listen to yourself, Carl. AJ is trash, but Wilder is not. Dude, stop it. Yeah. Saying what I'm saying. AJ's trash. Fuck AJ. Some shit you would holler out a window drunk. Fuck April. Like, whoa, what? Who's that? Exactly. Somebody in their feelings, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It happens. Jerome Benjamin, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you and the members of the chat. Jerome is in the building. Mark Hurd, you lied about the arbitration thing, and you must admit to only liking UK fighters heavyweight wise. Okay, what American fighters do we have? You didn't hear me talk about Charles Martin, Andy Ruiz, motherfucker. Who else's fault? Michael Coffey's new kid on the block. Okay. Who else? Who else's fault? Fucking Trevor Bryant. Yeah, we talk about all these, but guess what? The fucking champions are in the UK. Now, how did I lie about the arbitration thing? You tell me that, Mark Hurd. Give me some substance. Don't say some shit that you would say driving past someone that you don't like. AJ's trash. It's simple. You don't step over dollars to pick up pennies. It's bad business, and people with money will take advantage. Deontay fucked up bad. Yeah, he did. Fuck him. It's a life lesson for being a bitch. Stop being that way. Stop being tentative about business. He should have took that damn money and ran. If he was so sure that he was going to whoop Joshua, like I said 1,000,000 times, he should have took that money, got on the zone, knocked out Joshua, took all the belts, went back, then fought Tyson Fury. We wouldn't even be worried about a fucking Tyson Fury Joshua fight if Deontay Wilder would have manned up and did his fucking job that he was so confident he would do. He was so confident that Joshua was scared and ducking and coward and this, that, and the other. And at the end of the day, when he got his ass beat, no, let's backtrack. It ain't over. When Joshua got beat, he was the first one jumped his ass on the internet. Oh, he wasn't a champion. No way. You didn't have a heart of a champion. Like, nobody asked you that shit. You were happy as a fucking chick with a sack full of dicks. Right? He was too happy. Like, yo, you don't get that happy for someone you claim you wanted to fight. Because I'm going to give you two examples of who really wanted to fight Joshua and versus who didn't. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Oh, that's another one. Oh, that's another one, Jarrell Miller. So you never hear Jarrell Miller on this channel? You don't know about this channel much, do you? A paper, plastic, fake, manufactured matchroom bum. Carl Green. What the fuck is Deontay Wilder? That's, you know what I mean? When the definition says different. The definition about money. That's what was said that he wanted in the mediation. Arbitration, I know what the fuck arbitration is. You know what I mean? I know that word all too well, unfortunately. And UK have more title fight wins by KO than any other nation. Ted Murphy, American fighters just aren't as good. I don't know about that. It's just, I think everybody has their time. And I think, honestly, most fighters or most people, athletes that should be boxing, go to another sport now. They go to the NFL. So, a lot of people are the UFC. Imagine Tyrone Woodley at 168. He'll be a fucking beast. I hate Oscar De La Hoya, but I'd rim his booty hole if I could. Bob Arum. Well, that's fucking disgusting. Ugh. AJ should be quiet about PEDs. I am a fan, but, well, I don't see him really talking about PEDs. The guy that was talking about PEDs was Jarrell Miller, and he got popped, to be fair. Now, if we're going to talk about people that talked about drug tests and stuff, was Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know, he talked about drug use all the time. We use USADA. He's going to use USADA. He's not using VADA. He's using USADA. Why does he want to use? Because I said so. Because I'm Floyd Money. We're going to make sure he ain't cheating. I mean, 170 pounder. Okay, so 168 would be his weight class. Or 175. Shit, you got 2 pounds north, right? He would be fighting in that division. Jake Paul would knock out Wilder. Come on, man. Wilder would knock all them boys out. Because he's not going to let those boys swarm him, for one. He's tall, for 2. He has reach, for 3. Now, if somebody could get on the inside, but those dudes don't know what the fuck to do when they get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Wilder will not let anyone like that beat him. No, look, and I blast Wilder out the ass sometimes for the shit he's done. But what I won't do is say something bullshit, like some bullshit like that. I'm not going to do that to Wilder. Wilder would knock out all those fucking guys. All the Logan Pauls, he'll knock them out for fun. He will beat them like he beat that Charlie Z dude. And everybody will be like, oh my God, why are you saying, oh my God? They're not boxers. They don't know about this shit. He'll hit Logan Paul, Jake Paul one time. That's it. And they will be like the other guy that Jake knocked out. I don't even remember his name no more. Should Yoka fight another broadcast or change he's going too slow? I don't know. I mean, I think that happened to Golovkin. You know, I think that happened to Golovkin. He cannot resist it, though. One moment, guys. I am back. Oh, I was joking about Jake Paul, though, Kurt. Yeah, I hope so. Because, see, guys like that, Wilder would love to knock out. I don't know if he ran. I love Muff Dive. Me too. Wilder ran from Charles Martin. I don't know if he ran from Charles Martin. I'm not going to say that. But I think it's another situation where Deontay Wilder wanted too much money to fight Charles Martin. But you got to ask yourself, why is he demanding so much money to fight Charles Martin on a comeback fight? This is a comeback fight. Nobody believes all that. Not everyone believes that bullshit about cheating. And I think he needs to understand that, like, you can convince a group of people that somebody cheated you. You can do that. Unfortunately, it's not the people that fucking matter. That's it. It's not the people that matter. Nevada State Athletic Commission, no, they don't see that way. The WBC, no, they don't see it that way. Right? So there's nothing else he can really do. So people talking about this arbitration, mediation, photos don't lie. But people do. Don't they, Mark? AJ is Frank Bruno 2.0. You know who's Frank Bruno 2.0? Daniel Dubois, not AJ. But, I mean, it's cool. I mean, because not everyone's going to like AJ. You know, and if AJ was so fucking easy to fight, they would have took the fucking money. See, you can't fool me with that, oh, he running and scared shit when you turning down contracts. I said that shit a long time ago, and it stuck with a lot of people. And the rest is history. because people wants to believe what they want to believe. You can believe Wilder talking about Joshua the whole fucking time and him fighting Fury. Fury was the backstory. The fight that he talked about the most, or the person rather, not really the fight, because you got to really want to fight somebody to really talk about a fight, was AJ. He talked about AJ all the fucking time. That's it. You know, I mean, you're not fooling me with that shit. Oh, because see, even when the $15 million offer came about, this is what happened. What is it? Shelly Finkel said, yeah, we agreed to terms. He said that a week after he said we never agreed to terms. Well, you just said you did. Nobody's fool. Counterpunch to you. WBO started in 1989. So what? Yeah, so what? I mean, it's another sanctioning body. Okay. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the WBC started a while back. I mean, it wasn't the fucking first one. The WBA is the oldest, if you must know, if you were looking at time frame. IBO is official. Well, they pay sanctioning fees on it. I don't know. I don't really know about how official it is. You know, they said they're fighting for 4 belts, but it's actually 5. IBO is a belt that people really don't recognize. And probably the organization with the least corruption. More likely the IBF. They don't play at all, man. If all of them were like the IBF, you would have far less champions. No freaking difference, really. Well, the WBO and the IBO, the WBO is far along. You know, it's more far along the IBO. But I don't understand of having the IBO when you don't have to fight for it. So it's like kind of retarded. Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to pay for sanctioning fees for a belt just to fucking bring it in the ring. You can have that belt. Fuck that belt. Imagine if AJ beats Fury, knocks out Usyk, knocks out Ruiz in a rematch, and then somehow gets upset by Chisora. That's boxing. See, that's boxing, though. That's exactly what happens. But if he does all that before he fights Chisora, and people will still call AJ a bum to this day. Fury said that the IBF that Joshua had was worse. Well, Fury said that the IBF that Joshua had was a chocolate version. I don't know. I don't know what that means, chocolate version. There was a WBF and an IBC. That's a good one. Kurt, when you have the interview with Mark Breeland, can you ask him about the Harold Sconiers fight? Yeah, you know what? That's a good one, because that's like one of those cult classics. Kalen, you got it, bro. Kalen, you got it, brother. Well, gentleman's game. See, thing is, yeah, I know he knocked him down, but I think it was like a it was like, saved by the bell or something like that, as I can understand it. And then for whatever reason, if that was the case, they got rid of the footage. So it was real weird. Like, why would they do that? And I heard that like it was a technical knockout, but then they just kind of ruled it in, since it was like a small ballroom fight, they really didn't score it. So there's a lot of shit behind that, because if it was the way they said, why did they trash the footage? Because I think they either that or he didn't beat the count or something like that. Cully's View, asked Breeland how it felt, and did he know he was going to be under fire from Wilder as he was considering, and then throw the towel in, please. Okay. Kurt, let me get a wrench for today. I just want to put somebody in timeout. Gentleman's game. Counterpunch to you, brother. You know what? Mark Hurd, Spencer Farron should never speak on any fighter with the boxing career he had. He's absolute garbage. No, that's not necessarily true, Mark Hurd, because there's a lot of fighters that were better trainers, better promoters, and better everything else than fighters. But you can't tell them what they don't know. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you never fought, how can you tell somebody else? But it's always good to be both. So he was the first black promoter in the UK. Facts. So him knowing what he knows, then being on both sides, then knowing what he knows, he has his own uniqueness. Just like Floyd would probably never be a great coach or a great trainer just because he was the best. In fact, like, smartest people are not teachers at all, because they don't have a lot of people don't have the patience to teach because they already know. So they just assume you should know because they're so fucking smart or they're so good. Like, dude, you can't do this. Why not? Spencer, let's see. He's an MTK employee. Well, nonprofit, but what's the point? What does that mean? D-Town Blaster, what's up, brother? Counterpunch for DU. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the love. Karma Serene, Spencer has boxed. That's credentials enough. Most of us have never taken a punch from a fifth grader. Hey, that's true there, including the person that, started shitting on Spencer. It's a lot of people. They hate for no reason. It is what it is. Oscar Rivas. What about Oscar Rivas? What about him? You just said Oscar Rivas. Okay, that's a good one. All right. I love Muff Dive. This guy's crazy. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is 9. Okay. I know, right? Hold on. Kurt, could you ask Breeland D-Town Blaster, damn, Kurt. Karma Serene looking mesmerizing. I know, right? Yeah, gotcha. I love Buff Dive. Gotcha. I got you on here. Oscar Rivas is 34 and he's not fought in 18 months. Yeah, that's shitty. You know, and he actually got a shitty end of the stick a lot of times, though, because if anything could be overturned, and I said this quite a few times, that should have been his, because the way that shit was conducted, the shit with UCAD and all that bull, not VADA, but UCAD. If UCAD had some kind of weird test, they should have let the other team know. That was some bullshit that they done. Counterpunch. I was answering the commented question. Oh, okay. Spencer probably forgot more than this guy ever knew to begin with. I'm pretty sure. Kurt, another question for Breeland. Did he receive an offer from any other fighter during his time with Wilder, and why did he refuse? That's a good one. Very good one, lad. You know, I do wonder what did he do? Like how much did he know about the business aspect, since him just being the trainer and not the manager or nothing, like a secondary trainer. The one that knew it all but didn't get the recognition. I believe they wanted to fire Mark before the rematch. They just wanted to find the right time. I think also JD's never liked Mark and wanted all the attention and spotlight. You know, Roy Jones Jr., I want to put that up there. Let me just go. Kurt, who wins a jog by Oscar Rivas? I don't know. See, Oscar's problem is he can't get on the inside of taller guys. Look what Whyte did to him. And then when he did, it wasn't enough. He dropped Whyte, but it wasn't enough. Whyte had too many rounds in the bag by that time. $2 make a holler. Hunter beats Rivas in the amateurs. They should fight. That would be a good fight. I'd like to see that. Why not? Miss Serene getting all the attention by the dudes. Got to do something strange for a piece of change. Carl Green, Jesus, there must be a 20-minute lag on this stream. Really? How come? I'm just actually getting to it, honestly. Kurt, ask if Deontay has a mental issue, or is it related to the beating Fury gave him? Ooh, Reno. Funny, I'm going to ask that. Who does Haney lose to, Kurt? I don't know. Because, see, those guys are very skilled at 135. We won't know until it happens. Isn't Oscar going to fight in the new Bridger weight? I don't know. You know what? What was it? I think he said he would be okay with it. I think he said he would be okay with it. Mark is training his son, said so in an interview. Well, he's training. He trains his son, but he's training Evander Holyfield's son. Yeah, so American Patriot. He's training somebody else, so it's all good. All right. Wow. Okay. Isn't. So we got D-Town Blaster. Everybody's in here. So now back to AB. What do you guys think about AB? How many fights does he reasonably have left? What do you guys think? Mark will never be out of work. Yeah, I don't think he will. Because, you know, the good thing about it is that people don't believe all that. They don't believe the hype. I would love to see a prime Roy Jones Jr. versus a prime Sugar Ray Robinson. Robinson is the GOAT to me, but I think that would be something special. I think that Roy Jones would mop Sugar Ray Robinson. Just because. I mean, I just think we need to see AB fight again in order to gauge that. Yeah, because I mean, he lost a lot of weight, so that's something. I mean, that's discipline for something. That's worth, you know, writing home about. Hey, I'm not fat no more, Mom. You know, look at me. But does that win fights? He ain't been right since Maidana beat him. I'm sorry. He just ain't been the same type of person at all. That's right. He is in it for the money. Damn. Another wasted, limitless talent. Yeah. Sad. Okay, Kurt, I watched a Blue Blood live stream yesterday with Spencer Farron and Blue keep on arguing that Wilder is bigger than AJ. Oh, Spencer Farron was arguing with Blue Blood Sports TV. I mean, you know, that's something I got to take a look at then. I mean, was Spencer on that? I forgot what they look like. Mike Tyson lost all his bulk. Who would win if he fought Mike Tyson? And he's only an inch taller than Floyd. Floyd would beat him. I mean, you know, you don't strip weight from somebody and expect them to function normally. It don't work that way. Ask Roy Jones about that shit. You don't strip 20 pounds of muscle and expect to be the same person. You know, I think he was too busy trying to shapeshift to fight certain people he had no business fighting anymore. Roy Jones Jr. should have retired years ago. Because after he got the heavyweight title, he shouldn't have been no reason for him to fight anymore. Tank seems humble. He gets tired of Floyd's speeches. Slide Tendencies. What's up, Kurt? Hope you're all right down there. Man, I'm good, Slide Tendencies. 87. Appreciate the love, brother. Appreciate the love. Roy didn't adjust to the weight fast enough. 6 months is not enough time. Well, he shouldn't have been that. He shouldn't have been there. How can a grown man think Wilder is the king? It's a bit weird. Well, I mean, in certain ethnic groups, you know, we use terms. A lot of people use that term, you know, like I see you king, you know, because, you know, black man is a king, black woman is a queen, you know, those things. Oh, Spencer was saying AJ is a bigger star and Blue Blood wasn't having it because Blue Blood is a Wilder fan. He ain't going to admit that shit. They come out with some bullshit about Forbes. Blue Blood will see. There you go. See, Forbes, let me tell you something about Forbes, right? Forbes is one of those things where they count the revenue. You can't count the revenue versus the overall net. So that being said, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is a bigger star than Anthony Joshua. That shit will be, you know, I got to see it. Wilder will decimate AJ. Well, that's fair enough. You know, Deontay got his ass beat. You know what's sad, though? It's like everybody can get beat except Wilder. It's sad. It is sad. Like you, Wilder didn't even really, like, after the second round, in the third round, what else did Wilder do besides get slapped around, headlocks, beat up, drug out? You know, yeah, it's suspect, but I mean, everybody's chin is suspect in the heavyweight division except Mr. Ruiz. I'm Andy. I can take a punch. Wilder got that kind of abs. You just want to roll your tongue on and taste the sweet. You feel me? Blue Blood Sports 2. Did he fucking say that? Are you serious? Ugh. Ew. Yeah, nah, man. You did. I hope he didn't say no shit like that. I love you, King. Wilder, I love you, King. You my king, Wilder. Fuck AJ, King. He walked away from an interview. Was very disrespectful for me. You would never do that, would you, King? Skrilla dudes was tripping on there, brother. I mean, wow. Nah, he didn't say that. I don't think. Nah, Blue Blood wouldn't say that. I don't think he'd say that shit. I hope he didn't. Yeah, Joe Joyce does have a good chin. Ted Murphy, kind of punch to you. Nah, that's just kidding. Hey, LDBC, when it comes to Wilder, are unwatchable, but when they are not discussing PBC fighters, some of them have decent content. You know, that's right. I mean, like, look, again, if you're talking about, like, before this Wilder shit, it wasn't that bad. People weren't that diverse. I mean, the LDBC didn't mean what the LDBC, like how people looked at the LDBC. Somebody tell me this shit. He didn't say that shit. Y'all just kidding. Y'all just kidding. But anyway, but I mean, is that what he said? I love Muff Dive. Appreciate you, brother. Blue Blood is a baby. Dudes were trying to trash you earlier, Kurt. Who were trying to trash me earlier, D-Town Blaster? Who was talking shit about Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News? D-Town Blaster, that's right. Put them fuckers in their place. Damn, not a baby bitch. What's with the LDBC dick riding the PBC and their fighters? Because that's Al Heyman. You know, so Al Heyman runs the PBC, and they kind of they flock to Heyman because Heyman is very powerful, being a black guy. If he was a white guy, they wouldn't give a fuck about the PBC. They'd probably be somewhere else. You know what I mean? I got Belchet. Wilder knows his chance. I wasn't having it, though. Check the Breeland video. Oh, okay. Yeah. Which one? Anthony Breeland? Blue Blood has interviewed Fury in a gym talking about mental health. I mean, he should, because Blue Blood has mental health issues. That's what he said. LDBC bought and paid for by PBC and Al Heyman. Yeah, well, that makes sense, though, because if you notice, like, some videos that Bruce Vane makes, they block. Al Heyman blocks those fucking things. Yeah. So, I mean, he must be saying something that gets up under his skin for him to do some behind the scenes shit like that, you know? Skrilla, you got Valdez? No, sir. The preview vid of Mark Breeland. Okay. Loving the interviews, Kurt. You're killing that shit. Slide tendencies. Appreciate you, brother. Counterpunch to you. The Anthony Breeland interview was fire. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, he be slaying the LDBC. He hates Fanon with all his heart. Little brother, hey, little brother hate them motherfuckers. He hates them. You think I'm terrible? I'm not like people think I'll be talking shit about him. I just tell it how it is. But no, Bruce Vane fucking slays him. He takes him out. You know, he fucking takes him to the slaughterhouse. Anthony basically said everything we wanted to know. Yeah. And then his dad is going to tell us the rest because I think his dad is getting warmed up and I'm going to ask him certain questions, like that's why I wrote them down. But again, I mean, if he doesn't want to answer them, that's fine. Because what it was explained to me, Karma, were you there where the Spencer was explaining like how him and Tunde didn't know not to ask certain questions, but then when Tunde asked those questions, he answered them because it was almost like, right? So, little Mark Breeland is wise beyond his years. I mean, he's been around it, I mean, like those type of cats, he sees things that other people don't see. That's why I wanted him on the show. I mean, he reached out to me, so it was a good thing to have him. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of felt bad because, like I was like, why did Mark take it back? And I'm going to ask him why he took it back. So that's going to be one of my questions. Like, why did you renege on that? Did you actually write that statement on your Instagram or did somebody else write the motherfucker? Because if it was something that you needed to get off your chest, if it was something that you had passion about, you shouldn't have felt bad about getting it off your chest. You understand? Like, you guys understand what I'm saying? Saw the people that said Bruce Vane had the video of Deontay Wilder versus Harold Sconiers. Nobody had that. No, he didn't. If he would have had that, he would have made it and they would have snatched it away from him, but he would have probably put it on. If he does, it's probably on his Patreon. But I didn't hear he did it. So I don't want to say what a man don't have. But if he has, it's on like his Patreon. So y'all need to check that out. Yeah, Mark Breeland should put the nail in Wilder's reputation. He pretty much already did. Because it's not what he did to defend himself, it's what Deontay Wilder already decided to do. He decided to throw a man under the bus. Nobody does that to any trainer. You don't do a trainer like that. Andy Ruiz was chicken shit. I get it. But at least he apologized man to man in the public eye to his trainer, soon to be his former trainer. But it just shows that shit's ridiculous. You want somebody spikes your water, dude. You just got your ass beat. And it's just sad you can't take that ass beating. That just shows you some people don't really. Deontay Wilder, if he had a choice, he would shoot Tyson Fury. He's one of them dudes that can't handle ass whoopings. Like some people don't fight. I don't fight, I shoot. You hit me, I'm going to shoot you. Shit like that. I'm going to cut you. He's like one of them cats. Someone else definitely wrote it, but Spencer mentioned something about an attorney. I think Mark was just fed up. Well, it's weird that attorney was there, though. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be that fucking broke having an attorney, fella. Tell you that much. I mean, he came out and said he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua. So he pops up every so often. If AJ lands on Wilder, Wilder is going to sleep. Look what Fury did to him with no power. Well, see, they knew. Shelly Finkel knew. That's Deontay Wilder's primary manager. JD's is a partial manager / trainer. That's his title. Shelly Finkel overrides JD's. Okay. And Shelly Finkel knew managing Klitschko and managing Wilder himself. He knew to keep Wilder away from Klitschko. And when Klitschko got his ass mopped by AJ, he knew to keep Wilder away from AJ. So he was just really protecting his fighter at the end of the day. Nobody's fool. Have a good night. You know, I mean, nobody takes an ass whooping that bad, but it don't matter. Like if Joshua would have knocked him out, he would have had something to say and would have got laughed out of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't make bitch shit up like that and then have a bunch of channels, you know, cheerleading that shit to thousands of fucking people. Like some of those, like what's his name? All right, guys, we have all kind of evidence now. That fucking dude. Well, anyway, he had some like those were like going, you know, partial, viral, and viral. Oh, he cheated. And, you know, people look at the number of a video and just think, oh man, 1 million people. Oh man, the dude cheated. That's why he beat Wilder. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I knew it was some bullshit. You didn't know shit. Shut up. You seen Tyson Fury beat the shit out of Wilder. Wilder was collapsing all over the place, but his fucking costume was too heavy. Thoughts on Jason Genova's professional debut? I don't. Wilder doesn't fight with real courage, the kind you have when you're up against a live guy who's been active. Wasn't there in the Fury fight 1 and 2. He knows deep down he's been protected. He's been protected. He knows that. Even English fans took it better when Maradona in 86 lost. I've always believed AJ beats Wilder. Doesn't move his head at all in defensive. So, I mean, basically, if Joshua fought Wilder, get him in the corner, beat his ass until they either stop it or he gets knocked out. Middle of the ring, Wilder has a better chance because he may be able to deliver the right hand faster than Joshua can deliver his. That's what it's about. That's it. This is heavyweight boxing. If Dominic Breazeale had fucking form, he would have got Wilder out of there. He tried to fucking fight Wilder in the middle of the ring with his slow ass. That's why he got knocked out. Counterpunch. You know? Wilder has no defense. He covers up and throws sloppy left hook. He just covers up. He has no head movement, no weaving. He just like it's really sad though. But you know, AJ's trash. So you know what I mean? Like, dude, if you think AJ's trash, you can't even rate Wilder. Like, don't even talk to me about that guy. He's not even rateable. Breazeale is a sloth. That slow bastard. And he tried to fight. And listen, he tried to fight he tried to fight Wilder in the middle of the ring. You could tell he was pissed off because he was like, yeah, you know, this is trouble. And you're gonna meet trouble come Saturday night. And you and your little thugs, you guys are gonna understand what it's like to get your boy's ass whooped. You know who Dominic Breazeale sounds like? Sounds fucking kind of like The Rock. Dominic Breazeale, if he was like in shape, start taking some steroids, he could be in the WWE. They call me Trouble. I'm going to give you trouble, punk. Like, dude, walk, walk. It was funny. Wilder over there, him and O'Tay Jones and friends, they were all laughing at him. Yeah, trouble. I'm going to knock his ass out. I'm going to knock you out. The funny thing about it, he did exactly that. Boom! That shit was hilarious. He hit Breazeale so hard that his fucking ear started flying. Like you thought his head was going to detach from his neck and his ears were going to just his wings and fly away. Yeah, it was intimidating because, you know, Wilder knew he was what he was going to do because he knew, like, come on, molasses in the wintertime ain't going to do nothing. What he's going to do? Molasses in the winter time. You get it? Molasses is slow. Wintertime, it's colder, so it's slower. You get it? Okay, cool. Damn, Kurt, you saying Breazeale gonna start calling people Jarbo's and a candy ass? He could. Yeah, I'm trouble with your candy asses. Let's say, look, it sounds like some shit he would say. Yeah, she Wilder, his candy ass. He wouldn't let me get up. That's what happens when you don't beat the count. And that's some silly shit. Like Lennox with Lewis and said. He said that shit one time, and it was fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's what happens when you just don't beat the count, you know? Yeah, see? That's what happens. And then Larry Merch was like, yeah, Lennox, that's what happens. You didn't beat the count. That means you were knocked out. Well, you know, I mean, I just didn't, you know, that's what happened when you just don't beat the count. You know, that's what happens. Almost as though, like, yo, you didn't beat the count. You didn't make it. Dude, I was happy as fuck that day. When Hasim Rahman knocked out Lennox Lewis in Johannesburg. Fucking perfect. That was a good night for me. You should have seen, yeah, motherfucker. I used to drink a lot of beer and shit. Man, I used to have some of the biggest boxing parties ever. I mean, 30, 40 people in my fucking den. I had a fucking frat house for a house. You know what I mean? It was, I had like a roll around. I had a roll around cooler like the ones you see in a supermarket. I had those like full of beer all the time. And it was epic. Damn, Alex, you did too? Yeah, floating rib shot. Yeah, man. Yeah. Skrilla 50. Yeah, this is floating rib shot. That's what happens when you don't make the count and you don't throw the floating rib shot on time. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Go home and smoke some good shit. Like, not too good. Smoke something else. Smoke some Jack Herrera or something. Whatever. Put that ganja down, bro. It's turning your head into fucking mush here. Deontay is the most dangerous when the ref separates the boxers. You damn right, because that's all he needs is that space to land that right. And good night, bars. Lennox Lewis will see a dude mowing the grass and say, yeah, you mowing the grass. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, he was taking his lawnmower and mowing the grass with it. You know, and that's what it's used for, to mow the grass. Yeah, that's right, Lewis. Fuck. That's great, bud. Fucking, yeah, he used the lawnmower to mow the grass. That's awesome. You know? You know? I got the best shit. Yeah, I got the best shit. Yeah, the floating rib shot weed. Fuck out of here. Remember the Lewis Rockman scuffle on ESPN? You know what, Sly? Boom. Let's talk about this for a minute. I love nostalgic shit. This is a nostalgic counterpunch moment. Hasim Rahman made a comment. He's like, man, that's gay. What you talking about? Lennox Lewis got overly defensive. If you notice, guys, I don't know if you guys remember that, but if you saw it, you need to see it. If you guys are in your early 20s, mid 20s, you need to see this clip. Well, this was when Rahman. This is after Rahman knocked him out, and this is the build-up and the press conferences and stuff before the second fight. And Hasim Rahman, they were talking about something. I don't know what they were talking about, right? But they were talking about Hasim Rahman mentioned, man, that's gay. You talking about, man, that's gay. Fucking Lennox gets all like, oh, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Like he said, and he was like, I didn't call you gay, you know? And then Lennox was like, well, you think I'm gay? Well, just bring your sister, your mom over. Yeah. And, Rockman was like, yo, don't talk about my fucking mom. Like, that's how it started. Like, I'll talk about whatever I want. I'll talk about what I want. Don't talk about my mom. Don't talk about my mom. Don't talk about my mom. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't talk about my mom. I'll talk about your mom anytime. I'll talk about your mom. I'll talk. Guys. Oh, God, guys. That's how that shit sounded. You know what I mean? And it was kind of like, well, why did Lennox get so defensive? You know? I don't know. But, it was a rumor that Lennox Lewis was gay back in the day. So, he knew what it was. Not saying he is. I mean, it is none of my fucking business anyway, right? But, that was the talk. Right? Yeah, Andre, that shit was funny. That's how it sounded because, I mean, they were tussling all on the ground like two fucking big bears, you know? Yeah, Rockman, he got big time in his feelings, but understand something, Sly. Like, he got to Lennox because Lennox thought he called him gay. I'm like, why would you get so mad over that? The Dolph protests too much, Lewis. That's exactly how it sounded. Yeah, I mean, it was weird. Like, because they had the hot mics on and shit, so you just heard, like, yo, I'll talk to you. Hey, guys! Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Bring those big bastards on there. Kurt, I meant Lewis was in his. Oh, okay, there you go. That sounds better because, I mean, he went for the jugular because he thought that Rockman called him gay. But the thing is, if whatever, you guys know what I'm saying. I mean, I don't want to look at the state of his face, Lewis. That shit was funny though, man. That shit was hilarious. Hey, but Lewis knocked his ass out though. Fucking, it was like a check left hook and a right. It was a check left hook and a right cross. So it was almost like a left hook and a right hook. And it was fucking beautiful. It was perfect punch. Lennox Lewis got saved by those cuts against Vitali. Was definitely getting his ass beat. That's why he retired instead of giving him the rematch. Cairo, we know that shit. That's probably why Lennox hates me because he probably was listening. He might be listening right now. I don't know. But if he is, you should have fought Vitali, fellow. You should have fought Vitali again. That was shitty getting out the game the way you did. Almost got beat. Yeah, I mean, I was going to knock him out. Don't get me wrong. I was going to knock him out. I mean, that was no doubt about it. Really? You were going to knock him out and he was fucking scrapping. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a balanced fight, to be fair. But Vitali was coming on. Vitali was putting those fucking bees. It was a good fight. That would have been the fight of the year or probably that decade had it went like 12 rounds, regardless of who won or lost. That was when Lewis was going through his confused with his sexuality phase. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Bring your mom over. Yeah. Yeah, he got mad for no reason at all, man. That's that tells the whole story right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Ajagba versus Oscar Rivas. Okay, now these two guys, both ESPN guys now. This fight will happen. Two undefeated guys. If Rivas can get on the inside, Rivas needs to change up everything. He needs to change it up altogether. Like completely. Like he needs to get with Mike Tyson. He needs to learn the peekaboo method of fighting. He needs to get with Mike Tyson because he's not a tall guy, but he's muscular. And he can drop guys. He can drop guys that are 245, 250. So he belongs there. I'm going to smoke a J now. Copy that. The floating rib shot J. Strangeness. Here's a smoking rib shot. Don't smoke that shit. You'll fucking smoke a smoking rib shot. You'll be sounding like Lennox Lewis. Yeah. Hey, you're cutting the grass. Yeah, that's what he does. He uses the lawnmower to cut the grass. Samuel Peters' last fight was 18 months ago. Impressive. Wow. Crazy. Wanted to see Samuel Peter versus Lewis. Who next? Samuel Peters is a hard-hitting mother sucker. He probably contributed into having James Toney's brain and speech the way it is. James Toney should have never went to heavyweight. There, I said it. And if you're going to go to heavyweight, go there for a particular purpose and bring your ass back home or just retire. because going up there and showing that, yeah, I'm a good fighter, I'm defensive minded. He still got hit with punches he had no business getting hit with because his ass shouldn't have been there. You look at this is James Toney then. I'll fuck your old ass up. You keep talking to me, I'm gonna beat your old ass. Say something else. Say something else. Bitch, I'm from Detroit. Say something else. Bitch, I punch you. Oh no, don't. This is James Toney now. I'll beat your motherfucker. I'll beat your ass up right now, motherfucker. Oh shit, motherfucker. I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you ain't nothing. You garbage. That what you is. You hot garbage. I'm like, dude, you sound like you're fucking 80. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, it's sad though. Lennox Lewis had his track shoes on and ran from Klitschko rematch. He ran straight to the poker table. Yeah, I really play poker. Yeah, a little golf. Smoke hay in the middle of the barn. Yeah. Yeah, smoking ribshot joint. Crucial Conflict. Yeah, a good group. Smoking hay. Yeah, James Toney. That's the sport that I hate. Okay, that's one of the things I hate about the sport. It's like a yin and yang. My saying, the sport that I love that I hate so much, boxing. That's the yin and yang. You got the side that I love and then there's the side that I hate. And that's one of the ones I hate. See, every fighter that used to fight, you want them to be at a relaxed stage. They're chilling. They're helping others, or they're hanging out, drinking a beer, whatever. They're in good health. They're talking about what they used to do in yesteryear. They're passing their skill set or whatever, or what they know they're pouring it into their children, and other things. They have a healthy life. They got a lot of money. They stay up in the hills in Virginia or Atlanta, or California or wherever, staying next to Dave Chappelle, doing those things. Great health, great wealth, loving life, loving family, loving God if they believe that, or Allah or whatever. Buddhist, become one. Something peaceful. Okay? But when you hear them like that, you see, wow, at what point did they or should they stopped? Or was it always going to be, or was it a syndrome that was going to happen due to the blows that they already had? But we'll never know, especially when a fighter fights too long, takes too much punishment. Now, you compare someone like that to a guy that works at General Motors for fucking 30 years. Okay. Versus them boxing for 20. Yeah, that guy from General Motors, he might have a fucked up back, pinched nerve, something like that. But what he ain't all fucked up like that boxer is. So let that sink in. Lennox avoided Ike Barabucci. I don't know if he did or not. I just know that would have been a great fight. Ike Barabucci probably would have knocked every guy out, that was around at that time. I didn't see anybody better than that man at the time that he was fighting. Mike Tyson probably would have been in there. He probably would have hung in there until Ike Barabucci started hitting him. See, Ike Barabucci had a beard, but he fought with will. The poor bastard was just crazy as shit. He was talentedly gifted, and then when he was in his right mind, he was a saint. If you guys ever heard Ike Barabucci speak, the motherfucker sounds like Dr. Miles Monroe. I would like to talk to you. I am Mr. President. It is nothing but God when I fight. It is nothing but God. That's why I'm the president. That's why it's nothing but God. When I hit Chris Bird, it was nothing but God. I tell you. I'm like, wow. That's how he sounds. He sounds as a light, damn near like a Nelson Mandela almost. Okay? He didn't have a deep voice. He didn't project. It was just like a quiet, light soprano-like voice. but he was fucking massive, and he had, something going on. He didn't have his head in the right place. And unfortunately, at the time, it wasn't in the right place. He did some shit that he couldn't just walk away from. So we didn't see those fights for our fucking entertainment. But he went to jail for a very long time. But now he's, 45, 46, 47 years old. I heard he fought somewhere. I don't know where the hell that's at. Rumor, the reason Roberto Duran quit and said no mas against Ray Leonard is because he had to take a shit. It's no telling. Knowing fucking Roberto Duran, it might have been the case. He probably ate a whole fucking thing of beans and rice before he got in the ring. Fucking habichuelas y arroz. Y arroz y habichuelas, por favor. Kurt, any new PS4? I played that The Last of Us 2. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good game. I've beat it a couple times. I'll probably try to beat it on hard. Shit's massive, man. The graphics, you can't get any better than that on PlayStation 4. I went back home. My homeboy had a PlayStation 5. I played that. That shit's fucking massive. That's the next generation. But he had to take a shit. That's crazy. If I ever run across Roberto Duran, I'll ask him. He'll probably tell me I have to take a shit. Samuel in his prime was a tough dude, not far from being a Briggs. Yeah, a lot of people forget about old Shannon the Cannon. Yeah. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Yeah, man. You know what they could at least do, though? Like, if they weren't going to make a boxing game for PlayStation 4, they could at least remaster Fight Night Champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have at least done that. They do that to a lot of games anyway. They could have at least remade that so you can play it on PlayStation 4. Because the graphics, you don't have to have the best graphics. Graphics are already good. The gameplay was great. The graphics were good. The soundtrack was raw. I love the platform of the rated R instead of the teen. It was off the chain. Fight Night Champions was probably the best boxing fight game probably they ever made. It was better than round 4 when they introduced Tyson and all that. It was better than all that shit. Oh, you on that Rainbow Six Siege? Cool. I think Shannon could beat Wilder. I mean, probably once upon a time he could. Shannon the Cannon is a guy that wanted to get a fight. Yeah. I will knock you out. I will knock you out. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Shannon the Cannon, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. I'm back. Hey, don't do that, champ. Don't do that, champ. Shannon is a guy you do not want. If you were with somebody like Street Fight, Shannon the Cannon would be somebody I would want to be hanging out with. You want to hang out with somebody like Shannon the Cannon. Creed was supposed to be good, but it's PlayStation VR. Oh, shit. I don't have that. Ted Murphy, Shannon is still in crazy good shape. Yeah, I mean, he is. I'm in shape. I'm in shape. I would knock you out cold. My number. Who are you referring to? What is that on, Roy Jones? Wow, best boxing game of all time is Ready to Rumble for Sega Dreamcast. No. I remember that damn game. It was fun, though. It was fun, Ready to Rumble. Fight Night Round 3, yeah. Fight Night Round 3 was good. Even Fight Night Round 3, I know that was on PlayStation 2. I think it was on 3, too. But it was a totally different game on round 3. I mean, on PlayStation 3. Yeah, I remember that confrontation that Briggs had with Wilder. That was off the chain. Shannon was supposed to fight bare knuckle. I don't know what happened. He wanted to fight Mike Tyson bare knuckle. That shit would have been fucking bloody. Somebody would have started bleeding fucking bad. Old ass dudes, all that fucking emotion. Fighting each other. Old ass skin. Old warriors. Briggs roasted people on Instagram is hilarious. Look him up roasting. Yeah, Zelenoff and Wilder. Yeah, I remember that. I remember Zelenoff. You all right, champ? Yeah, it was a trip. Zelenoff think he one of them fucking retards that think he's tough. That's one dangerous combination. You're fucking retarded, like you're really mental, and you just like you're dangerous because you think you can whoop everybody. Imagine let me stop. But that's dangerous. A dangerous combination because he ain't got it all, but then yet you're tough. You know, I would love to see Shannon fight again wherever. That would be good. Shannon hinted Wilder was a big PED user for all his injuries. I actually called the number he picked up. Good guy. I would love to see Shannon fight again, wherever. Theo Lawan, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Johnny Bravo, King, kind of thing. Yeah, he's getting pissed off by Shannon. Shannon was laughing at him and shit. Charlie Z was like, you know, I'll fucking kick your ass. I'll fucking beat you up, you fucking clown. You fucking old ass, bald-headed ass clown. What's your hair, champ? What happened to your hair, champ? He was fucking with Charlie Z's hair, receding hairline. What's wrong with you, champ? You probably had that fucking hair. You had that hairline since you was 19. What's up? What's wrong, champ? What's wrong, champ? What's wrong with your hairline, champ? Nothing wrong with my fucking hairline. What's wrong, champ? I'll fucking knock you out, you big fucking clown. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your hairline, champ? Shit was amazing, man. That shit was, it was crazy. Shannon the Cannon, don't be scared of ladies. I'm coming. Shannon took Vladimir bowl of food and everything you do, I do. Everything you do, I do, champ. Everywhere you go, I go, champ. I train, you train, champ. Let's go, champ. And fucking Vladimir poured that water on him. Pissed, fucking, man. It's like this, though. You can't go intimidating somebody and getting pissed off of what they do. That's the problem with Shannon. Shannon, the kind of dude that's coming fucking with you, and then you end up fighting him because, like, you do something to piss him off. I don't think that's cool, you know? I know he ain't a bitch or nothing, but it's kind of dangerous, like, because, like, if you're not really having it that day, you're going to either, what do you want to do? You want to fight? What you going to do? I'm tired of you following me and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be a bitch and call the cops on you. We're going to fucking fight. What's up, Kurt? I hope as well. I know it's rough in Texas right now from Indianapolis. William Howard, it's pretty tough out here. It's getting better, though. I don't think there's actual sleet or rain or whatever falling tonight. So, and the sun came out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Isaac Frost was one of the hardest final bosses ever. I lost like 10 times before I finally beat him. Cairo, that's how it is. That fucking big ass dude will not. He's like the American Drago and shit. Big fucking tats and shit. Look like old dangerous ass. I don't give a fuck but win ass dude. You know what I mean? So there you go. Yeah, body shots are key. Yeah, man, that was a good game. You know, that's the kind of like I should have. Like I have the game. I have the console, but it's just not here. It's at my other house. And I love that game. It's a fucking awesome game. They should remake it at least. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could remake the game for PlayStation 4 or 5. If they made 5, I'd buy a 5 just to get the game. Because at that point, they know, okay, we're not making any more games, but what we're going to do, we're going to remaster some so we can at least play them on this particular platform. Because, you know, PlayStation got, you know, they got greedy. They got greedy to the point where they didn't want to not profit off the current console that they just came out with. G-Tuck7, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. And so they stopped making those backward compatibles because you remember they had like the PlayStation 3 and the 3 could play the 1 and the 2. So you could play all of them, but they only made so many and they were like $600. Well, then they stopped making the backwards compatible ones for the PlayStation 2 and the 1 and just primarily started making those for PlayStation 3. So because they noticed that their revenue was down because people were still playing PlayStation 2 games. But I mean, that's pretty much what happens though when you upgrade your whole generation to a new console. You stop making those games. That's how you stop that. You know. But anyway, what do I know? Kobe Nicholson is an underrated boxer in the game. He's a beast if you know how to use him. Yeah, you know, is Kobe Nichols, ain't he the one with the left hook that, like, if he catches that left hook, he's going to knock you out? My favorite boxing game of all time is Super Punch-Out. It's more on the comical side, but it's a super fun. It was super fun. Mike Tyson Punch-Out. You remember Mr. Dream Punch-Out? Kobe Nichols will get his ass beat. That's funny. That's funny. Trying to get a PlayStation 5. Isaac Frost was based off of Randy Orton and Ivan Drago. Okay. Well, that sounds good. That's fair because, he did hurt Big Baby. Remember Big Baby, his brother? Remember Andre's brother, Big Baby? Same game, they replaced Tyson with Mr. Dream. Yeah. After the license ran out and Tyson got beat. Yep. Mr. Dream. I remember that shit. That was actually on Super Nintendo. Kurt, I owe you and Kazuya on Tekken. Dude, you're not going to beat Kazuya. Kazuya's a fucking beast, and I'm a beast with him. But, hey, I'll give you a shot. Why not? Any Tekken fans in the house? Yeah, I remember Mike Tyson. Mr. Dream was harder than Mike, but I like Super and Punch-Out more. I'm 31. Had an older sibling, though, so I played all these games, but used so many drugs between 2004 and 15 that I have a zero recollection. Damn, that's terrible, brother. One thing, drugs suck. You don't remember shit. It's like you were never there. You hear Tyson only got 50,000 for Punch-Out. That's freaking crazy. I won a Don King got like 2 million. I got the 2 million, baby. Give Mike 50. That's his net. I take his gross. He do that for me because I'm the boss. It's all about the money, baby. Oh man. D-Town Blast Kurt's a gamer tag. Oh, yeah. Paul Phoenix and Warren, one of my favorite fighters. Okay. Spinal. Wait, there's a gamer on. A PS. Yeah, PS, bro. Well, guys, this has been a successful chat. I'm going to log off because I got some more counterpunching to do. I will hit you guys tomorrow. I have to take a COVID test, so I have to drive out in this shit. But we will reconvene tomorrow early, midday. You guys stay safe. Hope you got power. I know this corona stuff is still going on strong, so be safe. Wear whatever you need to wear to protect yourself. And everybody on the chat, you guys have been counterpunched, and have a good night. Peace.